Hello, this
Hey
is
everybody, what's up? This is Japan Anime News.
.info.
Info doing another anime review. Today we're reviewing the film Evangelion 2.22. You cannot advance. This is Hero of the Haze
Matter Live.
and yeah, this is the review. Alright, the story for 2.22, unlike the first rebuild film, it differentiates a lot from the original anime,
Which is a good thing.
which is a good thing for being a reimagining of the series. Basically, this is how you walk into the film. You walk into the film in unknown territory. You see a new angel. You see a new Evangelion, even though it looks like a pile of crap compared to the other Evangelions. I have to say that about Unit 5. It looks horrible. But we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Basically, you start out in I believe it's a Russian and British joined Center for Nerve, and they're experimenting on this series' not the original series' Third Angel, which has no name at the moment because the angel numbers have been rearranged for the rebuild films. So you're introduced to the newest pilot out of Mari Illustrious Makanami. She's new, and that's all we can say about Mari.
Yeah, they did.
Then you're thrust into Shinji talking with his dad at the graveyard, and then basically a lot of stuff happens. Asuka's introduced, but they changed Asuka's last name from Soryu to Asuka Langley Shikinami.
Don't spoil it much.
Okay, so yeah, that's not with spoilers though, considering that that's like first 10 minutes of the film, and this is like a almost 2 hour long movie.
And she's born in England.
Yeah, that's Mari. Essentially, the film itself greatly differentiates because of a lot of key elements are missing from the original show. In the original show, Asuka, who is Asuka Langley Soryu, was brought on to the Over the Rainbow military battleship. In this, she just fights an angel and appears near the ocean.
Which is kind of random.
Which is kind of random for her first appearance, but then again, the new angel that she fought was kind of awesome looking. And it gave me a feel from... it kind of reminded me in terms of how the design works for a lot of the things in Madoka Magica. That's what brought me into liking that angel, but that's another thing. I have a written review for Madoka Magica up on the website, which will be with the website being linked in the down box. What else is there to say? Right, a lot of the plot elements are different. Like, Rey grows up. Well, Rey becomes more human instead of an emotionless figure like she was before. Even though I still dislike Rey. Yes, I dislike Rey. Evangelion fans, what are you going to do?
Okay.
Yeah, I know, but there's Ava fans out there who'd probably eat me alive because I dislike Rey.
Yeah.
Whatever. The film itself delivers a whole new thing. I'm just gonna say we're not gonna go into a lot more detail than that for plot or anything because it's just one of those films that you should watch it.
Yeah.
It's that awesome. Characters, as per usual, the characters are still the same from the last movie, but introducing Mari and Asuka. That's really all that's different. Things happen differently, so a lot of different aspects. Oh, it also introduces Kaji. I forgot about Kaji.
Yeah, I was about to figure out his name.
I forgot about Kaji for a minute. But Mari, since she's new, has a voice actor that's never been in Evangelion before. And Asuka's English dub actor returns, who is Tiffany Grant, who is awesome. She made Asuka more awesome than her Japanese seiyuu could. That's end of discussion for that. Good things about the movie. The movie changes Evangelion in a way that feels fresh and more refined. Considering this is the most quote-unquote action-filled part of the show. It takes a bigger chunk of episodes. I think it's from episodes 8 to... I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
18 or 20, somewhere between 16 and 20, something like that.
Yeah.
8, and then somewhere in between 16 and 20. It's a really big chunk. They cut out episode 7 because that was just the filler episode, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, it really was.
So they changed a lot of things, but there's still some prominent elements from this thing. One thing that a lot of Eva fans, I find, including myself, probably are a little bit disappointed about, was the fact that Asuka and Shinji's sync bonding kind of thing for the Seventh Angel from the original show has been cut, which is kind of disappointing considering that that's when Shinji and Asuka really made that connection that they had in the original show.
Which is stupid.
Which is kind of stupid, but then again, if you look at this film, it would have felt really out of place.
Yeah.
They still have that connection, and thank God Asuka's not drooling over Kaji anymore. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Now she now acts more mature, and she even goes as far to open up to someone, which she never did in the show, and I have to say that because it is such a good thing.
Yeah.
In terms of animation, once again, the animation is superb compared to the original show. They redesigned Unit 2 to make it look more
Into CGI again, they made it blend.
monstrous of sorts. There's a lot of things in this that are new to the Eva franchise, such as the Beast mode, which we will not really talk about at all. And it introduces more Evas.
Oh, yeah.
It introduces Unit 5, which is the dorkiest looking Eva in existence.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, the old Unit 5 was one of the mass production units, which looked evil and twisted. This one doesn't.
Huh.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that Ray's voice is Brina Perlencia. Forgot that when we recorded the last one. Ray, all the voice actors for the film, the first film, return, so you're not really getting any new cast. One really big improvement I have to make note of is that Toji's actor finally gets his head out of his ass and starts recording a voice properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just... He felt so forced before, and now he feels natural. And he feels like Toji again!
I know.
And then, but before, he just felt like he was reading lines off of paper, even though that's really what all voice actors do. He didn't have the proper kick behind his voice. Now he does, which is good. Another thing I dislike about this film, because liking it is easy, disliking it's a little bit harder for me. But one thing I really disliked about this film is that Asuka's role is downplayed from the original show.
I had a problem with that too.
Yeah, like Asuka's a very major character in the show, to the point where, if for those who saw the end of Evangelion, this is obvious because of the box, and I don't really care if I'm spoiling end of Evangelion, considering that, they're remaking the series, so if they're remaking that part of the series, then I can kind of spoil this without feeling guilty. But in the end of Evangelion, Shinji and Asuka are the last people on Earth.
Which is stupid.
Which is not stupid. Shinji and Asuka are like, if you're all wondering, I'm a proud fan of Shinji x Asuka. I'm proud of it. I hate Rei as a romantic interest. She's too lacking in that department. So, when I saw that Asuka was in this movie, I was like,